Hi, my name is Michael Ogechi Abbey with Enterprise Express Tax Service, and today I'm here to talk about the solar tax credit. Now, this is a refundable tax credit for solar systems that have been installed on homes that are your primary residence. So it must be your primary residence. It cannot be an investment property, for instance. And the home must be located in the continental United States. So we're going to run through a few things that would pre-qualify you for this credit. Well, in December of 2020, let's just give a brief background. Congress passed an extension of what was called the investment tax credit, okay, which provides a 26% tax credit for systems, solar systems, of course, that were installed between 2020 and 2022. Now, this credit also covers systems that were installed in 2023. However, it's not as much. The credit would be for 22% if the system was installed in 2023 and 26% if the system was installed between 2020 and 2022. Systems that were installed before December 31st of 2019 were eligible for a 30% tax credit. Now, bear in mind that this credit expires starting in the 2024 financial year, unless, of course, Congress extends a credit. So it would be very advisable if you have a solar system that was installed within these timeframes to make sure that you get that credit. Talk to your tax professional, or if you're doing your taxes yourself, you may be able to navigate it through your tax software, and it should have a separate form where you can apply for this solar tax credit. Let's go through a few pre-qualifications that would pre-qualify you for the tax credit. So the solar system must be installed between January 1st of 2006 and December 31st of 2023. The system must be installed at your primary or secondary residence in the United States. So this is very important. It cannot be outside the continental United States, and it must be your primary or your secondary residence. You must own the solar system, so you can't be leasing it. You have to own it either through buying it outright cash, or you could be financing it, but it must be in your name. You must be owning it. Another caveat here is you cannot be in an arrangement to purchase electricity that's generated by a system that you do not own. So there are certain cases where you can purchase electricity that's generated by a system that you don't own. Some of you might have gotten some flyers in the last maybe 2 or 3 years. There are some companies that offer that service where you can purchase electricity from a grid, but you don't own that grid. Okay, but if that's the case, then you will not qualify for the solar tax credit. Also, the solar system must be new. So it cannot be a case where you bought a property, moved into the property, and let's just say you inherited that solar system with the purchase. You would not be eligible for the credit. It would have to be a case where you bought the property, you moved into the property, and then you purchased the solar system and had it installed. And it must be a complete install, okay, when you bought the property. Okay, so that's why the IRS says the solar system is must be new or is being used for the first time. So let's say you bought the property and the solar equipment was already installed. It must not have been used prior to you purchasing the property. Okay, so if that's the case, then and it's the first time it's being used, then of course it would qualify for that credit. So there are some gray areas with the solar tax credit. Of course, my advice always is to talk to your tax professional, or there's a lot of material on this out there, but there's also a lot of caveats as well. So you just want to be careful that you're doing the right thing in terms of making sure that you are eligible to claim the solar tax credit. Okay, once again, it's Michael Abbey with Enterprise Express Tax Service, bringing you all the information that you need to prepare your tax returns responsibly and accurately. If you like and appreciate my videos and the information that I give you, make sure that you subscribe and press the like button on the video. Thanks, Michael Ogechi Abbey.